Hi, my name is Anthony with Preparation with Purpose. I am your career coach. Today we're talking about question and answer sessions, talking about cover letters and personal branding. This question and answer session is going to be more so about what's on your cover letter, what's on your resume, to help you understand where you're going wrong and how you can go about going right. So let's get right into it. First question: how do I talk about my accomplishments without sounding arrogant? Well, I'll say this. You need to have a little bit of arrogance, a little bit of swagger, a little bit of confidence about yourself from the interview process to also how you present yourself on your resume. You want to stand out. You want to, everybody's looking for a rock star, but nobody wants the diva. So, scenario, everybody wants somebody that's going to be the lead singer. They want that flamboyance, that arrogance, to take the command lead. That's what they're looking for. But they don't want somebody that's in the backstage in the dressing room and they're making all these demands and they gotta have this and they gotta have only the green Skittles in their back, the bowl of Skittles. Like they want you to be confident in what you bring to the table. And the way you do that is again by highlighting your accomplishments on your resume with your bullet points. You should be talking about things that you did that you succeeded at, that you went above and beyond the call of duty, or that got you promoted or helped you train other people, but made you stand out above your other coworkers. Those are things that you want to highlight on your resume. You don't want to just say, "Well, I was I was tasked with reviewing reports and tracking trends. I compiled reports. AI is going to be compiling reports. Like, what are you going to do that's going to help you separate you from anybody else? Like, out of a stack of 100 resumes, what's going to make you stand out? They want somebody that took charge, that commanded the role, as opposed to just participated in the role. That makes sense? So you can highlight yourself, toot your own horn, show what you did to stand out and separate yourself from the pack is what you want to do. And when you're talking about it in an interview, that's where it can come across if you just, oh, it was me. If you don't give any honor to your team or you don't give any honor to leadership that help you to get to where you're going or give you the opportunity, like if you're just me, this is what I did on my own and nobody helped me, that sounded arrogant. But saying, yeah, I was able to do this because my team made a way for me to, they felt that my idea was the best one and they let me just take the lead with the program. And so I was able to do all these different things, but I have to give kudos to my team for allowing me the room to flourish. But that's what you want to do is you want to humble yourself, but again, you want to toot your own horn to say, hey, I am capable of being a rock star, but I am not a diva. All right, next question. Should I include personal stories or faith-based experiences? Depend on your role. A lot of times for cover letters, even your interaction with recruiters to kind of help get your foot in the door, I do believe in personal stories because your personal story is your experience. So definitely I believe in sharing your personal experiences. Now, sometimes you have to be careful with certain experiences because faith-based experience, like I'm a believer of Jesus Christ. He's my personal Lord and Savior, and I'm not ashamed of that. But I also know that when to pick my battles because some employers don't want you talking about religion. They don't want you talking about politics. They don't want you sharing certain strict views on certain things. So you have to make sure that you pick it, that you know your setting, your environment, that you're putting yourself in the right circumstance to have that conversation. Because you don't want to alienate yourself and you don't want to be singled out and cost yourself an opportunity. So I definitely believe in sharing personal stories because, again, that's your experience, your work history, but also being able to inject yourself because people want people that they can connect with. They want people that are not robots. It's like a scenario of like, you be in a room full of teenagers and they're all just texting each other in the same room instead of just talking to one another. We want people that are able to engage socially. And so having those stories, conveying, being able to share of yourself is important and it helps to connect you with your teammates and it's more endearing. So I definitely believe in sharing personal stories on your cover letter, just in your interview process, by all means, but pick your spots of knowing your audience. That's what's most important. Know your audience of who's hearing and listening to you to know what's appropriate and what's inappropriate. All right, next question. How do I make my LinkedIn profile match my resume? It doesn't have to have your complete resume on your LinkedIn profile. What you do want it should be an overview of your resume. It should talk about your recent work experience. It should talk about past. You can talk about some of your work history, but it should talk about relevant work experience for what you're looking for the future role. It should also talk about your experience. It should talk about your technical skills. If you're accustomed to using Adobe, Dreamweaver, all these different softwares that could be relevant to the field or position that you're looking for, that should be on your LinkedIn profile, so people know that you have the experience and are competent to do the job that you're looking for, and that they see that you have that skill set. Recruiters will see that and contact you because they have a need that they need to fill, and you show the education and competency to do those things. So your resume, your LinkedIn profile should be a overview, high level overview of your resume, but most importantly, sharing transferable skills. So this is a great example for those that are looking to transfer industries. If you go, for example, you're looking to transfer out of manufacturing into more of consultants, more of a consultant's role. That's how you do it on LinkedIn. Is you just putting those skills of like, hey, these are skills that I've acquired from manufacturing, but I have this skill set, this product knowledge that I can advise other people, other companies, what they need to do to get their manufacturing business off the ground, or be productive, or be efficient, or whatever they need to do. But you get what I'm saying. That's what you want to put on your LinkedIn profile. Next question: what should I put in my LinkedIn about section? Your LinkedIn about section is the same thing on your resume, your summary of qualifications, or summary of experience, or whatever you want to put on the top of your resume, right below your contact information. This is your elevator pitch. Your elevator pitch is going to talk about who you are. Basically, you want to talk about where you are at your present, where you've been, and where you're looking to go. Or you can say, this is who I was, this is where I currently am, and this is where I'm looking to go with your company. But it's your elevator pitch. It should be a couple of sentences just to say, hey, this is, I'm a customer service manager. I've been in customer service. I've been in insurance for 10 years, and now I'm looking to become a call center manager, or I want to be a director of operations, or something to that effect. And that's what you're saying. And you're saying where you come from, the experiences you have, and what you're aspiring to do. Same thing on your resume. You're saying, hey, I have several years of nursing experience, and now I want to be a lead nurse practitioner in the doctor's office. And I believe that with my years of experience of being a nurse, they will translate well for me to be a nurse practitioner. If I got my education at Stanford University or whatever, you can put all that in your cover letter as your introductory to aspiring to something different or a higher role. But just making sure that you're using your tools, because again, LinkedIn is a valuable resource that can help you get more exposure. Next question: should I include my social media links on my resume? I would say no. I would circle back. I would say depending on your field of industry. If you are in entertainment, real estate, if you are in cosmetology, personal businesses where you're doing like barber, salon, cosmetology, makeup, entertainment, artistry. If you're in that type of thing where you're a musician, all those type of things, that it might be, you want your social media, because that's how people can get a hold of you, and they can leave comments and feedback and referrals and all this type of stuff. So it can be a great networking opportunity. But depending on your field of interest, if you're an accountant, should your Facebook page and your Instagram and your TikTok be on your resume? It depends. It really depends. You have to know your situation and know how if you have your own accounting firm and you're networking and marketing and advertising through those social media sites, then by all means, yes, you should have it on your resume. But if you're working for a corporation or an employer, and you're not in charge of those things, and you're not drawing business through your websites, through your social media sites, then absolutely not. You should not have it linked to you shouldn't have it on your resume. That's just as for trouble, because again, as an employer, what they're looking for is they want to make sure that you are a professional on the job and off the job. So if they go to your Facebook page or your TikTok, and they see you're at the club, and you're kind of tipsy from drinking, you might have some problems. So don't put yourself in that situation. The other thing I would say, if you're avidly on social medias, and you want your work-life balance, where work is work and home is home, keep your pages private so they don't have access. Because as employers of background, as they're doing a background check on you, and they're screening you for background check, criminal credit checks, all these things, they're looking at your social media pages as well. So wherever you want them to have access to, then you need to know what you're giving them access to. So I would say no, unless it's relevant to your industry. All right, so that's all the question I have, the question answers for this session. I hope this is give you good information, good insights, and it helps you with your job search. If you have additional questions, please, please, please subscribe to this video, subscribe to the channel, add your comments into the questions. If you have additional questions that you want me to answer, put those in the comment section below. Again, I am a career coach. I will love the opportunity to help you with your job search and help you get hired. You can request a free consultation on my website, preparationwithpurpose.com. I do everything from career coach to goal setting to help you align your path to make sure that you're on the right path. I also help you with resume writing. I help you with networking. I help you with what should be on your linked up page. I help you with negotiating pay, making sure that you have the competency to research the employee before you apply. So I help you with every step of the process with the job search. And I hope these videos will help you. There's more videos available on my website, also on this YouTube page, other resources as well. I do offer paid services, but I am very affordable. So definitely reach out if you need some help with your job search. I thank you all for listening. Thank you for your time, and we'll talk soon.